time, come on down to the WLVS show every Monday, 7 p.m. Okay, it's your boy Lico. I'm rolling with Yvette. And listen, Vince, you heard. Holla at y'all.
All right. Welcome back to the WLVS show. Yeah. Minus the Yvette part. All right, I got my man Tony sitting in.
False blind.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do it big today. Try to hold it down while Yvette is doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? So, T, what's happening, man?
Man, everything is good. You know what I'm saying? T for around the way. Boss Blind is my artist name.
Boss Blind. There we go.
Yeah.
So Boss Blind gonna bless us with some verbiage today to end the show off, and he also gonna bless us with a video.
Oh yeah, Gutter Baby.
No doubt, Gutter Baby. Okay, so right now, T, what we gonna do is get in this chatterbox, man.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna get down with this chatterbox because you're gonna have to help me out with a little something, man.
I got you.
You're gonna have to help me out with a little something because but what we gonna talk about is that Wendy Williams.
Oh, Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, man. Everybody talk about Wendy Williams, man. That's
the Halloween scare.
If you want to call it that. I don't know what that was, man. All I know, the internet was savage.
Oh, yes,
internet was savage. Hey, Jake, let me pull up that Wendy Williams. Let's see that, man. let's revisit that situation.
Costume contest. We do it every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started.
Fun.
Our first caress.
Yo, okay. All right, now. Okay. Now, hey, yo, okay. Now, when I say, man, like I said, the internet was savage with it. I mean, now, she said she overheated, you know what I mean, in that costume, but yeah, that didn't look too good, man.
It didn't, man. A lot of people were saying that they thought she caught a stroke or had a mild heart attack. What you think?
As skinny as she is, like she might have been hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? She's so damn skinny, she look hungry.
So she couldn't wait until later on that night to go trick or treat.
You know, hey, to me, she should have had a couple of sandwiches. You see that video with that bathing suit, man? Yeah, there wasn't no dehydration. That was hunger right there, man. For real. Let's move on, man. That was just wrong right there.
Yeah, it was.
That was wrong. Okay, another situation with the internet, just, you know, some things you should not do on the internet, man. You know, crying is one of them, especially if you're a dude.
Oh, you got to be talking about my man Tyrese.
Yo, look. You know what, man? Look, I have no problem with a brother crying and missing his daughter, and I understand there's probably been some stressful situations going on. You know what I'm saying, T? I understand that, but the way he did it, Jake.
Not my baby.
Run that video, man. Run the video. You have the video? Good. I'm glad you don't have it, because if you would have had it, I had to turn away and walk out the studio because that bothered me a little bit.
Oh, man.
Because, you know, any two times a brother put his hand up to his mouth and that's a problem, man.
He even said, "Hey, I know I got the ugly cry face right now."
Okay, when you giving verbiage on your video crying, I got a problem with that because it don't seem genuine to me, man. You know, and I understand the case got dropped and, you know, and all that. You got a little bit more information on that situation?
I mean, honestly, you know, today was the first time that I actually looked at the video.
Okay.
And, you know, I heard a lot about it, but I never looked at it. And when I saw it today, I caught feelings for the man. I felt a lot of people said that they didn't feel like he was genuine, but I felt his pain. Yeah, I really did.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you felt this pain, because the only pain I felt was watching him just looking like a straight gump on Facebook. That's what I felt. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Well, at the same time, you know, he hasn't seen his daughter. Look, his adorable daughter in 2 months. If I didn't see my daughter in 2 months, I probably would shed some tears.
I get that, T. But come on, do you really got to come and do the
ugly cry face?
You know, to give us free cry on Facebook, man? Come on, man. And then the whole thing with him, The Rock, and beefing with Tank, and then talk about Will and Jada gave him $5 million to stay off. It's a lot going on with
I
Tyrese,
want to
man.
ask you a question.
Yo,
If someone gave you $5 million, would you stay off social media?
you wouldn't see me right here today. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now. Somebody gave me $5 million.
Exactly.
You know, I love Yvette. That's my girl, but I'll be posted up somewhere. You know?
For sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Not posting up. That's right, Jake. Not posting
Exactly.
up. All right, let's move on to this other situation, man. Okay. You know, a couple of weeks ago, Tamar Braxton and her husband Vince, you know, they filed for divorce. Tamar filed for divorce, and now her mom is claiming that. Do we have that video? No one got a video. There we go. They got a picture. We got her mom right there.
Her mom's still trying to look fly.
Yeah, but she getting involved in the cake mixing, man. You know what I mean? She in the kitchen too much. She claiming that she told Vince to stay away from her daughter. That she believed that he's going to hurt her. You know.
Hey, I mean, have you heard any news about abuse from him?
I have. I've read a little bit. I read something last week claiming that they had a lot of fights or whatever. But to my knowledge, I don't know. I can't say yay or nay. But for her to say she in fear for her daughter's life. And from what I read, I believe he said he want to reconcile.
For sure, I heard that too.
Yeah, but with moms coming out talking about stay away from my daughter, you might hurt her. That's a hell of a thing, man. It
is.
If somebody says that, I don't know how much reconciliation you can have. I
don't think any. I mean, if someone's moms said that they were in fear for their daughter because I might kill her and I never even assaulted her. Yeah, it definitely would be some problem.
It sounds like she's throwing shade on him, personally to me, but like I said, I don't know the whole dynamics of what went on. And for Tamar, after I think she filed divorce like a day or two before their 10th year anniversary.
Wow.
So that's that right there made a statement. I mean, she couldn't even wait for the decade to roll in before she said, I'm out.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that Tamar is trying to get a divorce because of her stardom?
You mean since she got kicked off the Real?
Yeah, but she still got a music career and she getting money now.
Yeah, she is. You know what? Hey, man. I guess when somebody loses a check, that when you lose a check, that causes a lot of stress in the house, man.
That's true.
That caused a lot of stress in the house. So it could have been a lot of other things that led up to why she did it. And nobody just files for a divorce, after almost a decade of being with someone. You know what I mean? So it had to be other factors going on to make her feel that she no longer could be in a relationship. But as far as her mom getting involved and saying, she in fear of her daughter, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of hard. That's the worst thing you can say about a man, out here today, saying that he's an abuser. That's,
I agree.
You don't have to like him or you can feel that they should have been divorced a long time ago. But to throw that kind of dirt or that kind of verbiage on a man, that's something he can't live down. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, but hopefully, is no basis for her to say that, or she might know the situation a lot better than we do. But hopefully, my man wasn't putting his hands on her. I mean,
Yeah, let's hope everything plays itself out how it's supposed to be, because right now in the news we got a lot of stuff going on. Before we even. I just want to say, prayers go out to, Texas right now with the shooting on Sunday, 26 dead and 20 injured. Yeah, that goes into about what we about to
for sure
chop it up in a little bit. But yeah, I mean,
I want to give us a special shout out to everybody in Texas that lost their life and all of these people that's been losing their lives recently because of this insane gun violence. I don't know if it's hate, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when it happens right here in America, they say, the person is mentally unstable, but what I'm saying, they got on body armor.
That's a key word. That's a key word for he was white. Hey. Middle illness, he was white. Now,
Exactly.
anything other than that, he was a terrorist. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So
I mean, I had to laugh about that, but it's true. I
it's
mean,
true.
They
You got to look at the verbiage, man. How
is.
somebody, you know, it's kind of it's strange how we look at a situation and immediately we put a label on it to not, you know, not to bring a harsh view on it right away, but you just look at the reaction on what happened in New York just last week with the guy driving the truck on the bike path.
exactly.
You know, to me, he was just as crazy as the guy that shot up the church. You know,
I think the guy that shot up the church was worse than him, to be honest.
I mean,
But I mean, you know,
yeah.
both of them kill people, but you know, it seems like, you know, as soon as the guy did it in New York, Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying?
he said it was hers.
He said it was a
Yeah,
terrorist,
yeah.
like the same day.
But I mean, you know, it's like you claiming he was rolling with ISIS. But the thing is, though, I think what people negated to catch on, they said the brother could not read or write Arabic. So in order for him to leave a letter in the truck, somebody had to do it for him. Now, I'm no aficionado on reading or writing Arabic, but from what some of the experts said, they said it's rather hard. And for him not to be able to do that, meaning he either had help or he straight took a paper and pen and scratched over it like you do on a carbon paper. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, you know,
I mean, I don't want to put no conspiracies out there, you know what I'm saying? But I am, you know,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a realist, you know. I mean, think about it like this, you know, when that happened in New York, you know what I'm saying, that took a lot of attention off of what Donald Trump and his
look, you know
and
what?
Manafort was
Wait a
going
minute.
through. You know what I'm saying? We
Wait,
haven't been
hold on,
even been talking about
wait a minute now.
them
Hold on.
recently.
You know, I'm not gonna go there with you because I don't want to get in trouble by with your sister. So I'm gonna leave Trump alone. I'm gonna leave it alone today because people know when you say the T word to me, I could go on for days. So what we gonna do is move on to go about that topic about the Constitution. There,
Let's do it.
It goes back to what we was talking about with the shooting, man. I mean, the first thing that came out of people's mouths was the Second Amendment. Now, the Second Amendment is, when it was written, the only people that it was referred to was landowners who had the right to vote back in the 1700s.
Right.
And we equate that to today, meaning that everybody and anybody can have a gun, which no, it doesn't mean that. You have a right to it, don't mean you should get it. Everybody has a right to get a driver's license.
That's right.
But if you can't pass the driver's test, if you can't go on Brentwood Road and ride down Rhode Island Avenue, you know what I mean, you can't get a license.
I agree.
You know, and the conversation we had on the phone today, and when we got into the whole debate about, you know, different cities and how the gun laws and everything, yeah, I believe you have a right to protect your family. Now, do you have a right to have 59 AR-15s in your house?
No.
That's
Why
you
do you
have a
need
right
that
to
many
a weapon.
guns?
Now, you know, look, I live in a state where they have open carry. You know, I moved from Chocolate City down here up to PA where they have open carry, and that's fine. That's fine. But just like a driver's license, once you do something where it is deemed to be criminal or questionable, you need to have a record where we can go back and say, well, we might need to hold off when you carrying your weapon for a minute until we figure out what went down. You know what I mean?
Okay. So this is how I feel about it. And I asked you this question earlier.
Yeah.
How do you think the crime in D.C., Maryland, Chicago, other major cities where it's mostly black people or minorities, for example, D.C., if they had a open carry law here in D.C. where everyone could carry a gun, do you think it would be as much violence as we're having right now in the city?
Yeah, brothers get shot at the yums for cutting in line, man. Brothers get shot at the yums, man. No, so sorry. Brothers get shot at the yums, man. Hold up, Slim. I was first, man. No, we don't need that. It's bad enough as it is.
That's possible.
But the thing is, though, you got to look. Especially, let's stay in D.C. for a minute. you have a situation where there are no gun stores in Washington, D.C., correct?
Correct.
None. Okay, you cannot go buy ammunition in the District of Columbia. If you get caught with ammunition, per bullet is a charge. Now, now, a few years ago, they passed where you can get a petition to get a license in the city to keep it in your house.
Correct.
Now, you always are able in D.C. to have a shotgun legally in
Correct.
D.C. Not a handgun, but a shotgun. Now, all weapons that most of the cats have or walking around with are illegal if it's not permitted and if your name ain't attached to it, registered somewhere. And they're not buying it nowhere in the city. So they're getting it from Virginia. You know, they go up to the gun shows out here in straw purchase, as they call it, where they can buy multiple and a whole lot of guns, and they can go sell them on the street. You know what I mean? So until you cut that aspect of the gun culture out, where any and everybody can sell a gun online without running a background check, or I can buy 50 guns at a gun show, come down here, sell them to somebody, not having to worry about if they legally can carry them or not, you're going to keep having gun violence. You know,
I agree with you.
You know, and that's the sad part about it. You know, and like I said, yeah, the Second Amendment states that, you know, have a right to bear arms, but also people have a right to feel safe in their communities without having gun-wielding crazy people, feeling like they're the law, as we've seen, unfortunately, multiple times of people taking the law in their own hands. And that's what you get. You have people that take a couple of classes on the weekend and get their concealed carry permit, and then feel that they can interact in any situation and handle it like a professional, but you can't, you know.
I agree with you, but in a state like West Virginia, I mean, they have, you know, open carry. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to register a gun. Everybody can just carry a gun. You don't see gun violence up there.
Oh, no.
And at the same time, it's not as many minorities in that area. But, you know, I mean, the bottom line for me is it does need to be regulated more. However, people do need to be able to protect themselves, especially in D.C., against people with illegal guns. How do you protect yourself against that? These people are living in fear in their communities because, you know, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, not even, you know, old enough to vote, carrying guns around, and they can't protect themselves.
Well, you know, and the whole West Virginia, yeah, they ain't gonna be no fighting up there. They too opiate out, man. They too opiate out up there.
That's true.
You know what I mean? They too damn high to shoot somebody.
They call it little Baltimore up there.
Yeah, they too damn high to shoot somebody. So that's why y'all safe up there, man. Y'all safe up there. You know, the opiates take care of that problem up there.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Constitution is a very fluid thing, man. I mean, you got the First Amendment, you know what I mean? You have the Second, the Fourth, the Fifth, the Sixth, the Seventh, and the 13th. The 13th is critical, you know what I mean? That has to deal with slavery and the fact that, you know, we have legal slavery today, but it's called prison. The prison industrial complex is modern day slavery. You know what I mean? So that's the 13th Amendment is real. You know what I mean? It got rid of slavery, but it just substituted that with incarceration of black folks in this country, man. You know what I mean? And you have the Sixth Amendment, you know, you have right to a speedy trial, you know, and you know, and of your peers and all that. The Fifth Amendment, you know, you can shut up. You don't gotta say nothing, have right to remain silent. I think a lot of people need to read the Constitution and understand what your actual rights are. It's so easy to find. Just like you can find out about Tamar Braxton and Vance getting a divorce, you can go find out about what your rights actually are.
I agree with you. And also, I just want to put it out there like this. I mean, you know, I've been on this earth for a long time, and I did not know that it was 27 amendments to the Constitution.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that at all. I also didn't know that the first 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. You know what I'm saying? We the people. So what I'm proposing is for people, especially minorities, my African American brothers and sisters, my Latino, Hispanic brothers and sisters. find out about these rights, because as soon as I found out about it, then I started to realize why these people out here are fighting so much for different laws and different things. And plus, how can I fight for my rights when I don't even know what my rights are?
Key point. That's a good point, T. That's a good point, brother. I mean, and the best defense for anything is education, man.
Education.
You know, knowing what your rights are. You know what I mean? And that's critical. Yeah, that's critical,
I got
man.
the 27 amendments right here. I'm learning them right now. I'm gonna read every one of them. I'm gonna learn them so I know what my rights are out here in this country. It is what it is. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. Now, even though you don't see Yvette here today, she will be back. I understand you thought it was a takeover, but it's not. we just you know, we got you,
Yvette.
you know what I'm saying?
We holding you down.
Next week we gonna have, you know, Chef Leah cooking live on the studio. So if you got a problem with food, you might not want to watch next week. I heard it's going down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I heard it's going down.
I better save me some cake too. I heard the cake.
Oh, it's gonna be cake.
The cake boss gonna be here.
I'm at it.
Is that right? The cake boss gonna be here.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard it's gonna be some food here, man. And so if you want to come in and sit in the studio to get a free meal, if you're a college student across the street at Howard, you know, you get tired of oodles and noodles. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Send an email to dvetsays.com, you know, and you might get some food, man. You ain't gotta go over the Yums and get the wings and fries all the time. Get some real food, man. You know what I mean?
Go down in the grill down the street to get the beef patty with the cocoa bread. You hear?
See, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that, man. I don't know nothing about that. So, but that was the chatterbox section. What we gonna do? We gonna take a break, and we will be back. Go, you gonna hit us up with a video, right?
Oh yeah, we got the new Gutter Baby video
premiering.
There you
go.
know what I'm saying? My man sitting right there gonna
right.
play it.
So we gonna take two. Come back, hit us with the video. Then he gonna bless us with some words on the stage.
Cash World.
All right, we'll be right back to the D-Vet Show.
Mama told me God was the one that made me. The devil is the one that made this gutter baby. Living in the hood where the track is shady. Mama got a baby that made it. Mama told me God was the one that made me. The devil is the one that made this gutter baby. Living in the hood where the track is shady. Mama got a baby that made it.
I was just put here to ball. I wanna tell them all. Fuck all that flexing, fake and shaking it out. I'm caking it all. Ducking and dodging the law. They wanna haul us all off. I never recover the loss, and now my homies just call me the boss. One ring on the finger like KD. I need a Billy like Jay-Z. Whipping it up in the basement, loving the cocoa, hitting the pavement. Ballin' and smoking on gas. Scoping a bitch with an ass. Pushing the charger with bricks and riding around with a stick in your bitch. The money, the mission, the grip. It's posted up right on my hip. I let it go off the rip. You lock, you lose, you snooze and you slip. Most of these niggas are lazy. I never let a hoe play me. Money, hoes, diamonds and clothes. You chasing it, you got a baby.
Mama told me God was the one that made me. The devil is the one that made this gutter baby. Living in the hood where the track is shady. Mama got a baby that made it. Mama told me God was the one that made me. The devil is the one that made this gutter baby. Living in the hood where the track is shady. Mama got a baby that made it.
Coming up on the real. You niggas are stuck on the hill. Counting up blue bills. I gotta lock my mind on the meal. You haters to stay on the grind. My nine gon' keep them in line. Like it or not, I'ma shine. Turn out the lights and you can go blind. The Porsche, the Audi, the Benz. Stacking up, counting my ends. The wrist, the rollie, the rope. The stone in my nose. You haters are broke. Out on the block of the song. I just cannot do no wrong. You keep on texting your bitch. She came in the dress and left in the thong. See my emoji get strong. Thinking it smoking like a bomb. Niggas be talking shit. Just I did the block just like a bomb. I'm taking shit from a bitch. Bitches don't act like a lady. I came from the ghetto, the struggle, the hustle, the muscle. Oh my god, a baby.
Mama told me God was the one that made me. The devil is the one that made this guy.
Yeah, yeah. Give me the finger, not the middle. Cash World. Hey, yeah. Boss, blind, cash world, yeah, yeah. I made $1 million on the strip. You know I'm about to go and bust a chick. You know I ride around with the stick. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know the cash world is a. I'm doing $150 on the whip. Giuseppe's on my feet, not on my hip. Oh yeah. If you want it, you can get it for the low. I got him shook up in my hood like Debo. One shot like Danny Glover, weapons lethal. I need money in my pocket like an ego. Yeah, the hater talking smack, but what do he know? He ain't even got enough to buy a single. I got chip shots, snap them like a Pringle. Yeah, I'm rocking all white like a gringo. Brothers keep a click like Nino. Boss blind doing numbers, yelling bingo. My mouth is trained to kill by the G code. The feds wanna hit me with the Rico. They say that I'm the ghost, I work with Lobos. I told them I don't have a lot of amigos. Yeah, I made $1 million on the strip. You know I'm about to go and bust a chick. You know the cash world is a stick. Oh yeah. You know that cash world is a shit. I'm doing $150 in the whip. Giuseppe's on my feet, not on my hip. Oh yeah. She bad and bougie, she a model from the ghetto. I smoke a whole J to sip some amaretto. I grab a broad by the hair and won't let go. I'm Giuseppe stepping, she just rocks a stiletto. Let me pull a string, she call me Geppetto. Hills grow the store, ass shake like Jello. Mariola tastes it like espresso. I hope that she can take the when I did blow. It's in my DNA, Kendrick Don Cheeto. I be bagging up this cheese like it's Cheetos. I got the rap game, rap like burritos. I never let a hungry mama come and freeload. I'm dripping on plat, this ain't white gold. We like to make this cash money by the truckload, yeah. These haters sleeping on us, take a long dose. I got 10K on my neck, plus my wrist flow, yeah. I made $1 million on the strip. You know I'm about to go and bust a chick. You know I ride around with the sticks. Oh yeah. You know the cash world is the shit. I'm doing $150 in the whip. Giuseppe's on my feet, not on my hip. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cash World.
Listen, vision. Listen, vision.
All right. Oh yeah, we back.
Oh, yeah.
We just got blessed, with a video and a live performance. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh yeah. We back. Welcome back to the Yvette show. Hope y'all entertained. I hope y'all enjoyed this show today. But what we gonna do is get some social media information out here.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to my man DJ Boom Jeremy at Listen Vision Studios. And also my man Danny, who engineered both of these songs that y'all heard tonight. Also, I want to give a shout out to Tone B, my man Tone B, my man Ishmael, Reese Coast. You know what I'm saying? I can't forget everybody who helped me get up here where I am right now. Y'all please go to my social media and follow me on Instagram at boss, that's BOSS_blind, BLIND, boss_blind. That's my Instagram. Follow me. Give a shout out to K Marie, who is in that video as well. And also want to give a shout out to dear Yvette. That's my sister. I love her dearly. Can't wait till you get back, sis.
All right. Now, I will give you my social media, but I don't have any. I'm not that important to have a social media. So right now,
Boss.
Yeah, we won't finish the conversation we was having before, man, about just oh, wait a minute, shout out. This week is election time in VA in Maryland, ladies and gentlemen.
In Maryland.
How could I forget
Hold
that?
up, isn't today the last day for Maryland though? I believe it is.
The 6th, yeah.
Yeah, so if y'all in Maryland and y'all listening to us, I mean, it might be too late now. Hopefully y'all went out to vote.
Never too late.
No. Get out there to the polls. Y'all gotta vote.
If
y'all
don't
vote, I mean, how can
That's
you
right, T. That's
complain about, saying the laws that they passing for us? That's against us.
Look here. If you willing to stand in line for a pair of Nikes or to go to a show
or an iPhone.
Or there you go, an iPhone.
Y'all standing in line for an iPhone with tents. Y'all sleeping outside with tents, yo.
It ain't that serious, man. You need to be sleeping outside tent to go vote, man. Go cast your vote. Look here.
Straight up.
The 13th Amendment said you can do it. You know what I'm saying? 15th Amendment said you can do that jump.
For real. Before they passed that 15th Amendment, we could not even vote, man. Go out and vote.
Look here. We still got a 15th Amendment. Some states still don't want you to vote.
Exactly.
Voter suppression is real out here. It's about as real as Wendy Williams fainting on that TV show. But what you're not going to do is not vote. And then I hear you out here complaining and talk about taxes too high, no affordable housing, schools are horrible. Then there's no charter schools in my area. All that school board, sheriff department, DA, county executive for Maryland. Virginia has an election coming up. You have a difference between a guy who really Gillespie, no, and his lieutenant governor who is horrible. You got Fairfax and you got Northam. So, hey, it's real out here, man. 2018, people need to be real about this voting stuff.
For
man.
real, get out here and vote. I voted for Obama. First election, I posted up signs for Obama in his first and his second election. I even tried to rally for Hillary Clinton. I ain't gonna lie, but she didn't give us no signs to put in people's yards. That's why I think she lost.
Yeah, well, Roland Martin had a whole conversation about that this morning. Apparently, Donald Bazile didn't feel that Hillary Clinton did a good job either, but that's a whole other topic for another show.
Exactly.
But we have to understand the game and how it's played, and
for sure,
and stop complaining. Now, the worst thing somebody can say to me is my vote don't matter.
That's the worst. I can't stand when that just means that you just lazy, that you just don't want to go vote because you being lazy.
See, what that means to me is you just as ignorant as my dog is dirty.
Straight up.
If it were against the law for me to actually choke somebody and kill them, I would do it. That's one of the most, that infuriates me to the point where I could just choke somebody.
I'm serious. I think it's lazy, to be honest.
But see, it's
an excuse.
But understand, if, like I said all the time, if voting wasn't that important, why you think North Carolina, Wisconsin, Michigan, Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, all these states are restricting voting so you can't vote. So the people in the state can't vote.
Exactly.
If it didn't matter, why you think they care about passing laws to make sure you can't?
They're trying to suppress your vote.
Look here.
They're gonna make it so you can't vote.
Now, a lot of states have put in laws since 2010, 2011. You know what you need to do. You know, in the DMV, there's no restriction on you not being able to vote. You know what I mean? Unless you got a felony, which that's a whole nother topic. If you are non-violent felon and you serve your time and you off papers, I believe you deserve your rights reinstated because you're paying taxes, you contributing to the community, but you have no say so on who's spending your dollars, which I feel is definitely wrong. You know, and voting to me, you know, I'm glad we got this time because I think a lot of people underestimate the power of voting. Now, if you didn't understand the power of voting, all you got to do is rewind your clocks back to November 8th, 2016, and 77,000 votes was the difference between having somebody of competency in the office and the orange monkey we got in there now. You know what I'm saying? So it's you have to make a choice on how you want your government ran. In these states where you have all these individuals who are willing to sell you out for corporate dollars and not put your best interests in hand, and you choose not to go and vote them out, it's your fault. You can't blame dysfunction in Washington. You know, you put the people in place who are bringing the dysfunction. You know what I mean? You can't blame them for what they do because you asked them to do it when you put them in there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, once again, Virginia, Maryland, if you out there, if you ain't voted yet, get your high pots. After this broadcast is over with, rush over to your polling place, cast your vote, and do your civic duty. And that's what it is, civic duty. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Even in the Constitution, if y'all read the Constitution, it says that it's for the people and by the people.
There you go.
I mean,
they
give us I mean, it's a representation democracy. We elect the representatives that's going to represent us.
Now,
I mean, if you don't get out there, I mean, you know, if you don't get out there and vote, the person that you like is not going to win.
You know, and I'm gonna put it like this, T. Now, every time you go vote, don't necessarily mean the person you vote for gonna win. But the key is you go do your civic action and your civic duty. That way, you know, you can complain. My daddy told me a long time ago. He said, if you don't vote, don't complain. I don't want to hear it. It's just like if you come in my house, don't contribute to the groceries. Don't complain about what I'm cooking. You gonna eat whatever I cook because I paid for it. And if you don't want to eat it, get the hell out. You know what I mean? So the same thing goes, man.
I want to say one thing. I want to say one thing. My motto, and y'all know this, is boss up. Not only should y'all be going out and vote, y'all should be going out trying to get these seats. You know what I'm saying? Hold these seats. You can be a senator.
There you go.
If you live in your state for 6 years, at least 6 years, you can be a senator. If you live in your state for 2 years, you can become a congressman or a representative.
So West Virginia, you know, all you got to do is to come up with a plan how to stop folks from killing them from opiates. You might win the election right there.
Hey, we working on it.
Yeah.
But on some boss moves, yeah, we can. You know what I'm saying? We can run for office ourselves.
And you know what, T? There's a lot of people. I know there's a couple of local seats in Virginia that a lot of folks. I think it was. I saw a report where a guy, he's a nurse. He said, "I'm just running. After 2016, I felt it was my obligation to run," and that's fine. And I think you need more young blood, more people feeling their civic duties to go out here and do that, man. You don't have to be a politician to go out here and try to do what's right. You know, look at what we got in office right now. We got an idiot tweeting every 5 minutes. They don't know a damn thing. Don't know history. Don't know nothing about facts. His administration is a bunch of. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I can go on a tirade. Anyway, but voting and understanding what laws are being passed that are on the ballot. There's a lot of initiatives on these local elections too that people need to get up on. You know what I mean?
When 420 was on the ballot, y'all was out there voting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody was rushing to the bowls when they was trying to get some weed. Yeah. You know,
Oh, man.
God forbid if some. But see, that's what I'm talking about. It shouldn't take something as trivial as that for folks to go out and do their civic duty. You know, especially in places where you got to vote for the judges, the district attorney, the prosecutor, the school board, which is critical.
Exactly.
Critical.
That's our children going to these schools.
I mean, and if you don't have people in there representing what you, because like in Texas had what I was reading last year, the school board in Texas had ordered history books that had slavery as immigrant workers. What in the hell? How the hell you gonna classify slaves as immigrant workers, as migrant workers? That was it was actually written in the book. I mean, these are the people you have on your school board making decisions for your kids, saying that slavery.
Please go vote.
Please, come on, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, they're not even talking about actual history. And the fact that we still having a conversation about the Confederate flag and the Confederacy. The fact that we having a conversation about people being proud to have Confederates in that's just like a German walking up to a Jewish guy. Hey, my grandfather was a German. He was a Nazi. Yeah, we got a picture of him and everything. Really? You gotta come on, man.
Hey, I do want to say one thing about that though. A lot of times, I'm shocked and surprised that they have taken down so many Confederate statues in Virginia. Robert E. Lee, and the thing is this: it's not even our people that's out there fighting for these rights. I mean, we got to get out here. I mean, it is some of our people, but it should be more of our people.
But you know what? It's a hell of a debate. You know what I mean? Because most of the statues were put up after Reconstruction. You know, in the 1920s, not as a glorification or to recognize those traitorous Confederate soldiers, but as intimidation to the free blacks, you know, in those towns and cities where they show them, hey, it ain't over yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it ain't over yet.
But that could be their purpose. I believe if that was their purpose, that's fine. But even me myself, when I see those statues, I don't even know who it is. To be honest, I don't even pay attention to it. So if that was their purpose, I mean, we're not paying attention anyway. No. So
yeah,
it didn't work.
And we weren't paying attention. But unfortunately, those folks that was in you know, back then in the 1920s. You know, after, you know, that whole situation, because you remember, folks were still fighting for their rights, man, and it was getting fought tooth and nail. So, no, our generation don't pay too much attention to those statues, but it's to the point now where we have to stop lying and revamping history. Anybody that has a Confederate family member that fought in the war. Your family member was fighting for slavery.
Exactly.
They wasn't American. First of all, you talking about a Confederate flag and American flag don't even go together. That's just like calling a worm a snake. What the hell? Come on, man.
Preach.
I mean, so let's get off this, man. You could be proud of your heritage. Keep it in the house, man. You
exactly.
Know? I got cousins. I got cousins in my family.
You can do that in your basement or your house. I mean, in the privacy of your own home. But I mean, keep it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got family members that I love to death, but I won't have no pictures of them up because they some dirty Bamas, man. I won't be celebrating them like that. You know, sometimes you need to keep your trifling family members to yourself. You know what I mean? And what I found so strange, you got people in New York, Pennsylvania, up north. With Confederate flags, I'm like, hold on. I could have swore Pennsylvania wasn't part of the Confederate Army. So what the hell are you doing with a Confederate flag up north? You know what I mean?
West Virginia wasn't either.
Yeah, but you know what?
They be flying them hard.
They be flying them hard. But then you gonna have American flag, a Marine, an Army, a Navy. How the hell you gonna fly a military flag next to a Confederate flag when they was fighting against the U.S. military in your country? How that go together?
It does.
I mean, it don't make sense like most of these rappers out here today. You know what I mean? Mumble. That's what it sound. That's what Tyrese sound like to me on that video. All that mumbling and crying. You know, just crying.
Shout out to Migos.
Yeah. Oh, yo. Speaking of Migos, did you see the video of them fighting
Oh,
Did you see that video? What
the dude that was like 6'7"?
now?
Takeoff tried to jump up on that dude that was 6'7", and Quavo tried rush him.
Hold on now. Hold on, T. Now, explain something to me. You gonna try to jump a dude. If you put all three of them Bamas together, they still wouldn't be as big as the guy they were trying to jump. And first of all, you jumping somebody. Who does that?
But this is what trips me out is the guy was like 6'7", and he ain't even do nothing.
I mean,
He ain't even do nothing. He could have knocked out at least 7 or 8 people right there if he would have tried.
But then they have like the rest of the on the video. It seemed like a whole bunch of them rushed at him at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that. They had to.
But my thing is, what it? Hey, look here, man. When it comes, I saw it. I'm like, these Bamas here, man. I mean, they was looking like gnats jumping on my.
They
dog.
got some heart though, because really? I would have thought twice about jumping over.
Really?
Dude.
They really? You got heart jumping somebody? That takes heart?
I mean,
man, come on, man. My definition of heart, and that don't mean heart right there. That's yeah.
I don't think it was a smart idea, but man, I mean, I would have thought twice about jumping up on dude. He was like 6'7".
What's it called? Set off or offset or whatever his name is. See, names like that, they need to get
Offset.
They need to get their bus whooped with names like Offset. You know what I mean? Because I mean, just Offset. What's that Bama name?
Quavo.
What the hell?
I like Offset and Quavo.
What the hell?
And Takeoff.
See, Takeoff, Offset, and Quavo. That sound like some medication for a cough problem, man. I mean,
Bad and Bougie.
still don't get that song. I don't get that song. Bad and Bougie. How you gonna be bad and bougie at the same time? Is that something that's hot in the streets? You bad and bougie?
And then, like just like in the video, the girl had on some Chanel shoes, eating ramen noodles.
So having Chanel shoes on and eating top ramen, man, you bad and bougie.
That's bad and bougie.
What in the hell? I tell you what is the truth, man. I must be old as hell because I still don't get it.
It's like driving a Benz with no gas in it.
How you driving a Benz if ain't no gas in it? That's an oxymoron. That's just like saying I'm sleeping while I'm awake. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. I just, driving a Benz with no. See that you driving a Benz with no gas in it. That don't make no sense. And eat top ramen with Chanel shoes on. If you got Chanel shoes, you should be able to afford more than top ramen. Ain't that what that mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna leave it alone. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in for the Yvette show.
Boss,
Tom, appreciate you coming in, stepping in today, brother, and
Appreciate
blessing us
y'all
with the
for
video.
having me. Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? And the live performance. Tune in next week, and if you're hungry,
Cake Boss gonna be here.
hey, email. This goes out for you HU students. I know y'all bad and bougie eating top ramen over there with your Jordans on. Email and try to go get some food, man. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. We see y'all next week.
Thank y'all. Peace.
Everybody's welcome. Yeah. Come on down to a Yvette show.